what's up, everybody? This is your boy Food Junkie coming at you with a little video on one of my errands today. Oh, everyone, great weekend, a safe weekend. I know there's a lot going on um, that happened, I should say, over the course of the past several days. I think I'll talk about that tonight when I'm doing a little mukbang for you guys. And the meal's gonna be really, really apropos to the conversation. So you know how I like to, you know what I'm saying, do a little bit of extra, you know what I'm saying, things like that, just to try to talk about this stuff on a somewhat intelligent level, you know what I'm saying, and of course shade as well. That's what I do. Do that shade, that sarcasm, you know what I'm saying. Sarcasm really is an art form, and if you really don't have it, you're just being malicious with things. Well, it's not, is what it is. But that, I'm saying all that to say, subtitle, The Closer. That was the name of Dave Chappelle's last Netflix special that he did, that came out recently. And I heard about the special because I'm not a really big Dave Chappelle fan, to be honest with you, because ever since the Dave Chappelle show, I was never comfortable with his comedy and how he spin a story, spin a tale, I should say. But I heard a lot of conversation about him being quote unquote canceled again. It's like every time he comes out with a special or releases a special, people want to cancel Dave Chappelle. And I heard that, you know what I'm saying, it was now, you know what I'm saying, of course, there's always the LGBTQIA, there's always, you know what I'm saying, people who say that, oh, he's homophobic, this and that. And that's not why I really don't care for him. I didn't care for him, or really didn't care for his style of comedy, because it was riddled with racial epithet. The same reason why he quit, the same reason why his grandmother was upset with him, because basically, y'all know, he walked away from a deal with Comedy Central, I guess it was, for like $50 million, and he said he did it because he had to reevaluate his comedy and things of that nature, because his grandmother was, I guess, said that she was disappointed in him and what he was doing and things of that nature. And my thing was, y'all know I don't like the word, the N-word. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. You can't say something back that you don't own, that you've never owned. You can't say something back that is something that is meant for destruction and being derogatory, things of that nature. So you can't take the N-word back. So I don't care how many people say that, well, we own it now. No, we don't own anything. We barely own our damn places that we live. We barely own ourselves. We don't own anything. So we can't take something back. So saying that I'm taking a power with that word, no, the word still has power, because if someone of a different race, especially if someone of a white race uses the word, first thing you're going to scream is that they're racist. So you can't in one breath say you taking the word back, or you're taking the power out of the word, and in the negative breath want to cancel someone who uses the word against you in a negative or derogatory way. Hypocritical things I don't fall for or deal with. Well, that's another side conversation was that, but you know, y'all know how I feel about that word. It's just don't like it. He used the word way too freely, way too much, and for me, he made it comfortable for other people to use that word so freely. Oh, well, Dave Chappelle said it was that I could say it. If Dave Chappelle in the comedy show, I'm just telling a joke. Yeah, I know. He made it too easy for people to use that word and for that word to be used as a weapon. But that's just my little opinion, whatever. But The Closer, I heard a lot of stuff about it last night, and I'm like, well, before I really start judging, I need to watch it. So last night, I couldn't sleep. Well, I took a nap yesterday afternoon, woke up around, 11 o'clock at night. Well, I worked was not, so I went to bed. I took a nap around, 9 o'clock. It was a nap, I should have just went to sleep. But when I woke up around 11 o'clock, whatever, so that was a nap, I couldn't sleep. I was in there, went to bed already, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I was feeling around on YouTube, nothing was really interesting to me on YouTube. So I started to watch Netflix. I watched a really good show called Paradise Hills, whatever, with Emma Roberts, the fashions, baby. And I got a lot of inspiration from Netflix for some fashion ideas, but not just taking little elements of some fashion that they did. And then I started to just thumb through Netflix. And I ran across The Closer with Dave Chappelle. I said, you know what, I heard a lot about this was now people are outraged again. Let's see what he said this time. And basically, I guess he does what he normally does. Like, I think I only watched one show of his before, one comedy special of his before, and was, like, I guess I was in my feelings last night, so I really didn't watch it, really enjoy it to watch it. I really kind of enjoyed it to critique it and to be an ass, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we can be that way. And so I was like, no, let me watch this to actually watch it to get some understanding of who he is and how his commentary and how his comedy is really a social experiment about what's going on in the real world. And of course, he did his jokes about the LGBTQIA, he did his jokes about the white people and black people was not, you know what I'm saying, riddled with the N-word was not this and the third. And one thing I did is he did use the N-word more than I like it was not, but he used it against everybody. But so like, whatever. Y'all know how I am, whatever. I don't care. I just don't want to be referred to as one. And I don't want people to be so disillusioned to think that, you know what I'm saying, that word, that we have power over that word, because we don't. Because we're still emotional if someone calls us something like that. And I don't care what anyone says, is if someone of a white race calls you that, i.e. the person who uses that word frequently on here who's not black, that y'all are all in uproar about. I don't know this individual, I don't watch this individual, I don't get this individual energy. But y'all are so upset with this individual because this individual uses that word and they're not black. But yet y'all say this word you have a power over the word, which y'all don't. So right there, y'all sound silly when y'all say that. But anyways, that's just my opinion, and get off, you know what I'm saying, that subject. So he's making this, he's doing his comedy routine, whatever, he's doing his stand-up, whatever, and people's laughing, people's good, and I'm laughing too, because, I mean, he is funny, you know what I'm saying, his things are funny, he is a funny person, whatever, you know what I'm saying, he does have comedic timing and genius, was not, that is undeniable. I can't deny the fact this man is funny. But the conversation was that, the people was having was that let's counsel him because he made a joke about the gay people or LGBTQI people, and the joke goes. No, I'm not trying to stick a joke. I'm not trying to. I can't tell the way he told it, but it was the joke involving the baby and gay people. No, the baby. Yeah. He was talking about the whole baby situation, whatever, where everyone wanted to counsel. Sorry about that, y'all. Everyone wanted to counsel the baby because the baby said what he said in Florida, you know what I'm saying? But then he said, did y'all know that the baby actually shot someone in Walmart and killed someone in a Walmart in North Carolina? And basically he said that, you know what I'm saying, y'all can counsel someone for making a comment about the LGBTQA people, but you won't counsel someone for murder. That was the joke, basically. You know what I'm saying? He was basically saying that, you know, people have the priorities all messed up. People have the priorities all mixed up, and people are kind of silly on that aspect, what's not. Which, you know, when I first heard the joke, it wasn't something that was explained that way. It was just something that was explained that way. It was just saying that he made statements against the LGBTQI people was not, and it was just da-da-da. So I actually heard the joke, and I'm like, okay, well, it's true. You're saying people are so sensitive and want you to believe and do and take their side or take their point that y'all are so willing to counsel and discredit someone for what offends you, but yet you're not taking these same actions if someone does a violent crime against someone. Basically make it make sense, which I find that is true. I totally agree with that. You know what I'm saying? We as the quote unquote LGBTQI people was not, you know, are so sensitive in what we do and how we do it and what we want to be represented as and how we want to represent, but we don't take into account that there are so many different things that people can do to not have the support. Like, after he shot and killed someone, the baby, I should say, shot and killed someone at the Walmart, he was the #1 streaming person in the world. He had the most streams of his music. No one even mentioned or cared about the fact that he shot and killed someone in Walmart. Granted, he shot and killed someone because he was being robbed and he was defending himself, but that never got any play. And then, as soon as he said what he said in Florida, everyone is so in uproar. Granted, it was uncalled for to say. It was, you know what I'm saying, not cool to say. But at the same time, we need to pick and choose. Well, we choose to pick and choose what it is that we want to be offended by. Sounds familiar, you guys? Just like on here, on YouTube. People do vile, malicious, nasty stuff all the time. And you, the audience, picks and chooses who gets quote unquote canceled or quote unquote popped or quote unquote whatever y'all want to words y'all want to use, discredited, and who gets to live doing the bad things or the fucked up things that they do. Make it make sense. So y'all know like I said, I pride myself on trying to be analytical within myself. Was not don't care about what the world really thinks or says, because you know what I'm saying, I really don't live for the world. I live for myself and people who actually know me, care about me, whatever. But it's real funny to me that that just rings true. And y'all know I love to bring outside of this sector things that happen into this sector and do a comparison to how I see it, basically how I see the similarities and what goes on in the world or what has happened somewhere else, and bring it on how it happens and correlates to how we act on here. Because y'all, you know what I always say? I always say, baby, how you doing? I can't see. Y'all know when the sun is in my eye, I really can't see. But I'm trying to see what y'all are saying. But y'all know what I always say. I always say that this little sector of YouTube is a microcosm of what goes on in the real world. It's just a very small representation of what goes on in the real world. And to me, that is the perfect representation. And you know, I get inspiration or thoughts, and I think about stuff from everything. You know, I try to be open-minded. Well, it's not as I get older. I just try to be a little bit more open-minded about what's going on and what I see and what I say and how I view things. Because I don't want to be that person who think that my way or my thoughts are always the only way to think and always the only way to represent and see things. Was not. I'll always like to make sure that I try to have an open mind to what's going on around me, so I can have a better decision, or make a better decision, or make a better, or have a better or different understanding of what's going on. But if y'all really want to get some really, that's what I always also say. Y'all say that y'all are comedians on here. Y'all not comedians. No. A comedian's job is to give unbiased social commentary in a humorous way. A comedian's job is not to roast and gag or to pick on or to bully someone that is deemed quote unquote less fortunate. And speaking of that, well, he told a story. He was weaving a story in about one of his good friends who was a transgender woman. And he said that when he met her as a woman. So it wasn't a man that he knew that transitioned into a woman. It was a woman when he met her. As I say it, I'm sorry about that. She was a woman when she met her. When he met her. And how he met her was that she will be at his comedy shows in the San Francisco area. And she will be the loudest person laughing, the person who's obviously a transgender woman, you know what I'm saying, but was very comfortable within themselves. And basically he was weaving a story, and told a story about how how when he met her was not, they became fast friends, and he found out that she was a comedian. But she only and one time when he was performing in the San Francisco area, he asked her to you know, open up for him. And she only performed like 10 times prior to that. And basically she came on there and had a 45-minute set and bombed at the set. Her set. Like he said, her set was horrible. She sucked, and he said he felt it was so bad that he felt bad, sorry for her. Was not, but he basically said that, you know what I'm saying, that opposed to after the set, her going home and hiding her head, she's once again, like she always do, sat down in the front row and was the loudest person laughing. This and the third was not. And he started having a conversation with her, asking her all the questions and doing a social commentary that people may have about transgender people but are afraid to ask. But he was asking all those things and she was answering whatever, and her answers were funny. You know what I'm saying? And then stuff like that. And then he said there was somebody in the back. Spoiler alert, y'all. And y'all know I'm not gonna tell a joke like Dave Chappelle. So Dave Chappelle, definitely go watch the Closer if you have Netflix. He was saying that there was a guy in the back that trying to be funny, tried to embarrass her, and was like, you know, asked her, "Hey," I forgot her name. Started with a D. "Hey," I'll say Dolores. That's not her name though. But hey, Dolores, does the carpet match the drapes? You know what I'm saying? In the back, you know what I'm saying? Hecklers do, just like the trolls do on here. And she was like, "Carpets and drapes? I don't got no goddamn carpet. I got hardwood floors." You know what I'm saying? And the crowd, like the club, went crazy because, you know what I'm saying, from her bombing for 45 minutes to come back with that quick punchline, basically killed the whole thing and shut everything down. And that kind of like changed the mood of the whole set he was doing, which let it open for him to ask those questions that he was asking, things of that nature, you know. And basically, after the show, opposed to her going home, she went backstage with him, was not, and met a bunch of other comedians. Like Paul Mooney was there. He said a bunch of other big name comedians was back there, and she was killing it. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "Damn, you're funny. You're really, really funny." Shit. Every time I do a show in San Francisco, it's not, I want you to open for me with that, and we can work out the kinks of your set so you can, you know what I'm saying, be more proficient at it, whatever. And basically, bottom line, spoiler again, bottom line is that I think he said 10 days or 8 days like that after they had a conversation, was not, she killed herself, jumped off a roof of a building, and he was like, basically, another joke. He said, which he said she would have loved, that, you know, she may look like a woman, and being a woman was not, but that move she did was a gangster. That's something a man would do, because how she killed herself was jump off an 8-story building. And he said he don't know a woman would do that. Was not only men do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That shit was gangster. And then he was like, well, she would have loved that joke. You know what I'm saying? Because that's who she was, and she was comfortable with herself. Bottom line is that he basically Anderson Cooper texted him and said, "I'm sorry about your friend, was I just third?" And you know, another joke was there when he found out that it was Anderson Cooper. He was like, "Well, I need her information. Was that if you can get her information, whatever, you know what I'm saying, let me please give it to me." And he said Anderson Cooper called him back really quickly with all the information that he had on this woman, you know. And basically, he said she had a small child. Said that she had, which Dave Chappelle basically said that he set up a trust fund for her child, this transgender white woman, I should say, that was a good friend of his that he really enjoyed, her comedy and her spirit and who she is, and basically he said he hoped that he's alive when this child turns 21, so he can hand this child this trust fund personally, whatever. So basically, the bottom line is he was saying that he don't hate the LGBTQIA people. Well, it's not. What he does is he want people to stop telling him how to do his job, stop telling him how to do his comedy. And he said basically he's not picking on him, was that he just sorry about that, y'all. Stop telling people stop telling him how to do his job, but that's not, you know what I'm saying. And it was a bunch of stuff, but the moral story is that he's not homophobic, he's not transphobic or whatever, because he said what she said before she died. One conversation he had was that she never wanted him or tried to make him, because you know all the stuff that people say about Dave Chappelle was not, is always negative towards the LGBTQIA community. And he said basically that she said that she don't want him to be trying to address her as a woman or as a man or as this, as that, was not gay, black, white, whatever. She want him to recognize the fact that she is a human being having a human experience. And that really is profound to me, because all the comedy and jokes that he was telling, all the stuff that he said, and all his specials that he had, I think he did like, was it 10 Netflix specials or whatever it was, and he did several Netflix specials. All those specials he had was not, this is the closer. That's what the name of the closer was, because he said he's closing out his run with Netflix with this, and he's not going to talk about or make fun of or joke about or tell jokes about the LGBTQIA community anymore, because until we start, because you know people judging him because they think that he's homophobic because he's telling jokes doing his job, and him doing his job was not because he's basically picking at, you know, so not picking at that way, but like, no, So make sure the people understand that you're not going to tell me what to do or how to do it. I'm not telling you what to do. You're not going to tell me what to do. And because you don't like it, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So, but he said that, you know what I'm saying, that sticks with him, that he's not, that his friend wasn't trying to make him feel a certain way. Just wanted him to recognize that he is living a human experience. And I'm thinking, and I always say that, well, it's not. I always say, you know what I'm saying, we're just, you know, living an experience that we need to, that we basically cultivate. We cultivate our own experiences. We cultivate what it is that we do and how we're seen and what people see us as, what's not. And that impression of us lasts much longer than our presence, if that makes sense. You know, that perception of us, and you can be lying and try to form an opinion was not a false narrative to somebody was not, but what's really going to show and stick to people is what you actually do, how you actually experience each other, how you actually experience the world, what you do in the world to show people who you are. All this extra talking, all this extra outside noise, you know what I'm saying, really doesn't matter, really doesn't hold true to anything. It's about, you know what I'm saying, you understanding that you are living and experiencing a human experience. You are the only thing, like me, food junkie was not. What I go through, only I can go through it. What y'all are going through, only y'all can go through it, and only y'all can deal with it in the way that y'all need to deal with it to make sure that you survive it. And that is the human experience. And some people don't, you know what I'm saying, survive it. In the process, some people do, you know, go astray. Yes, oh, let me see if this is ready to die out in a second. You know, only you can go astray. Only you can, you know what I'm saying, cultivate your own experience type of thing. You know, and it was just really good. Like, I mean, and it changed my opinion of Dave Chappelle. It changed my opinion. And, you know, like I said, initially, I just didn't like the fact that he used the N word too much. You know, so that's just my thing. And I don't support bad behavior. And for me, that was bad behavior. But I was starting to lighten up when he left Comedy Central and left that money on the table, because he, you know what I'm saying, basically put his money where his mouth is. A lot that shows some courage. I think that's why I watched the one special I did watch. But after this special, I'm gonna have to go back and watch all of his specials, because I'm pretty sure that there are nuggets and gems in his special that I can learn from and apply to my life, or just basically verify for me how I already feel and how I already walk through this experience that I'm experiencing. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely need to go back and watch a lot of his other Netflix specials and some of his other comedy shows, things like that, comedy movies, because, you know, like I said, I'm pretty sure, like I said, I can find a nugget in something that a lot of people may not, or maybe it's just think that it's surface. And I look deeper than that. I look deeper than just, you know, what you're saying. I'm looking for the meaning behind it, the why. You know what I'm saying? How you're expressing yourself, how it makes me feel, what you're expressing yourself, how you're feeling, the emotion you put into it was not. And a lot of people on here screaming that they are comedy or they're a comedian and we're actors. No, we're not actors, we're not actresses. The measly bit of money that you're getting paid to do what you do and make a fool of yourself and be a buffoon here on YouTube, I hope that's not what you're worth. I hope that is not what it is that drives you. Because that's not, this little bit of money that we get on here is not worth it enough, or not enough worth it, whatever I'm trying to say. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. For me to call myself anything but food junkie, who does a little bit of commentary here on YouTube. Because an actor, no. I'm not an actor, I'm not a comedian, and nor is anyone else on here. We're all just human beings trying to experience the human experience. Some of y'all choose to be nasty and ugly through this experience. Some of y'all choose to be numb. Some of y'all choose to be trifling. Some of y'all choose a lot of things that's not in this experience. I just choose to be myself and just watch things and look at things and try to come to some type of understanding and agreement with the universe. Now everyone's gonna like it. Now everyone's gonna like me. I understand that, and I get that. I don't care about that. Being liked and being part of the cool kids and being part of the whole, oh yeah, let me be. No, I don't have time for that. I care about being myself and being honest with myself. I care about making sure that I put out good energy into the world so I can receive good energy back. And I understand everything I put out good may not come back to me I may get some negative and nasty what's not, but it's not what I get, is how I use it and apply it to my life to make myself a better person for the future, for myself. So for me, that's my human experience. Trying to leave this world in a better condition in which I was brought onto it. Trying to leave situations in better conditions in which I have arrived onto it. And to me, that's another aspect of the human experience. Recognizing who you are, living in that truth, and being honest enough with yourself to be yourself. I'm just saying, y'all. I mean, a lot of stuff on here. There's a lot. There was, like I said, there was a lot going on these YouTube streets this weekend and past several days. And I may talk about it tonight when I eat with y'all. I think the title of my video is really gonna be clever. You know what I'm saying? And the way what I'm gonna eat is gonna really be clever. You know what I'm saying? But at least to me it will be. If no one else enjoy it or like it, I'm going to enjoy it and like it. Plus have some delicious food. But yeah, if y'all haven't seen The Closer, please watch it. Like, I really didn't realize how deep and cerebral his comedy actually is. But most comedians are that way. Like the Red Foxes, the Richard Pryors, the Eddie Murphys, you know what I'm saying? While they're giving you social commentary about what's happening and the time in which they're giving it. The Paul Mooney's was not the Dick Gregory, you know what I'm saying? Even like the Monique stuff like that, like they really are thought-provoking comedians, and they're really on a cerebral level that is amazing. The Whoopi Goldbergs, the Billy Crystals. I love Billy Crystal, Whoopi Goldberg, and Robin Williams. I love when they did their comedy sets together. I love it because it was always something that was thought-provoking and interesting. Even as I was a small child when I saw them, but it was just always something that I enjoyed for some reason because it was cerebral. And I like smart people. I like people who actually have some intelligence, not people who tell me they have intelligence, people who show me they have some type of intelligence. What's up, babies? How y'all doing? I'm sorry, I can't see. The sun is in my face. I can't see anything. The screen is kind of dark. I see because I'm so damn light. I'm trying to say that stuff, I get darker, but I can only see myself like waving and stuff because I can't really read what's in there. I definitely will read it on the way back, on the replay when I watch it again. But yeah, it was really good, y'all. Like if y'all haven't seen The Closer with Dave Chappelle, his last Netflix special, if you have Netflix or can get someone to watch it with you or give you their password, please do that. Like it really is thought-provoking. And that's why I said I need to go back and actually I really need to go back and actually watch the rest of his specials as well, because I'm pretty sure, like I said, I can get some nuggets and some information from that. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, like I said, there's so much more to life than dealing with mess and BS all the time. Like I said, that's why I don't come on here a lot anymore, because it's like I just can't anymore. Like I understand completely that we thrive and survive off of what we let into our system, and what we nurture will grow within us. What we nurture will grow out there in the world. I've heard a lot of people say recently that I've always been saying that a lot of this mess goes on because we constantly support it. Those will get the bigger numbers. And if you're in here for a numbers game, if you're here for a check, or I should say, or quote unquote a bag, you do that. And I understand that we all are a little bit messy in our lives. We all are, even me. You know what I'm saying? As much as I try to think that I am so above it and sophisticated, I'm messy as hell too. I'm petty as fuck as well. But I understand how to curtail that. I understand how to hold back and pull back on my messiness and on my pettiness, to actually try to put good out there in the universe. Try to experience the good out there in the universe. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that when I'm constantly reading, roasting, trying to gag, and all the other bullshit that people say that we're here for in the beef sector, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't bring any positivity to me. Even the money don't feel like it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, I told you I get inspiration from everything. Because I told you I watched the movie Paradise. What was it Paradise Falls? Paradise something? Paradise something. It's with Emma Roberts. It was made in 2019 nothing. 2019. That's when it was made. This one that they said on Netflix. And like I said, the fashions was everything. You know what I'm saying? I got so many different inspirations and drawings and sketches that I did off of that. Damn, you come with the person and just put into the thing? The fuck? Ugh. But yeah, so that's who I am. I try to draw inspiration from the world around me. I try to draw inspiration and, you know what I'm saying, something from everything that I experience. Everything that I watch on TV or Netflix or with other streaming services was not. I try to get something from those things. I try to make it an experience that I am going to enjoy. Even with the whole, like I said, the closer by Dave Chappelle, I have to, I mean, listen to him. I have no choice but to get what he is saying. I have no choice but to admire and be impressed by what he does. His way of weaving a story, his way of giving social commentary with a comedic or humorous twist. Although it may not be something that I say every day or something that I do every day on a daily basis as a part of my everyday, I still have to respect the fact that he's good at what he does. And when I say that no one on here is a comedian, there are good storytellers on here. I'm not gonna lie to you. James Cole was a great storyteller. Lady is a great storyteller. Deanna's a great storyteller. Was not, you know. Almond Brown, love her interpretations and how her reflections and stuff, and how she laughs when she reads. I even have to hate it. You know what I'm saying? Old dude from Baltimore is a good storyteller. A lot of lies, but if you don't know better, a good storyteller nonetheless. You know, and I just have to be honest about it. You know, so I can't be like, oh well, no. You're a good storyteller because you had me when I first heard you. Was not until I started seeing you for who you are. You know what I'm saying? You had me believing some of the stuff that you say. You know, I'm never gonna be someone who not give credit where credit is due. I'm never gonna be someone who's going to, you know, lie on someone because I may not agree with what they do or how they do something. You know what I'm saying? I gotta give credit where credit is due. You know, there's a lot of good storytellers out here. You know, people who have good ways of telling certain things, and Jaden Nerd, great at it, very good at it. Really do enjoy his commentary. You know what I'm saying? Shelly, that dry ass sense of humor. And Shelly, don't be crying on here again, girl. I heard your thing. I'm in the middle of watching your video from yesterday. Don't be crying on here, sweetheart. Don't let these motherfuckers get to you. I know this shit upset you, was not and pissed you off and made you mad and all stuff, but don't let these people on here get you to where you're crying, sweetie. Don't ever do that. Fuck these people, really. You know the truth. You know what's going on. You know what happened. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure that your son is okay. Make sure your son is cool, and you know, fuck these people. Because when you was crying today, I know you was. I heard it in your voice. Heard you, the little shakiness. That broke my heart. I don't like people crying. People that I don't like them to be in pain. You know, although I don't talk to Shelly, you know what I'm saying, every day or often anymore, or I haven't spoken to her in several a year or so. It's not. I still don't like to hear people that I like or that I truly have feelings for and really don't have any animosity with. Was not upset. I don't like that. As hard as I try to be, I'm still a softie. I really am. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know I like everybody. Y'all know one of my favorite quotes in the world. Another profound individual, profound artist, profound poet, profound what does no longer with us, is Tupac. He had something, I think it was called Requiem, the movie about his life, whatever. Or it was called, was it Requiem? Or was it whatever, well, one of his movies. And he had a statement that he always lived by. He said the statement was that I actually live by is, I'm the hardest person I know because I'm the most sensitive person, man. He said, I'm the hardest man I know because I'm the most sensitive man I know. And I'm like, damn, that fits me. Because I am. Cause I try to give y'all this hard, which I am. I will fuck you up quickly with no problems. Give a fuck about you, especially if it's me or you. But it's a protective shield that I have to do because I know that a lot of people, especially on here, don't give a fuck about you. They smell in your face 1 minute, and next thing you know, they're trying to fuck with you and destroy you the next. So, in order for me to keep the wolves and the whores at bay, I gotta put on a hard candy coat. Still sweet, baby, but it's still a hard candy coat nonetheless. But yeah, Y'all didn't want much. Let me finish run my errands. I was listening to James lunchtime chat. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, so let me go on because I was going to do this later on tonight and edit with my little mukbang, but no, I need to eat and be a little messy today. If I'm just not just with the title. But y'all have a good day, y'all. Appreciate y'all being here. Love you guys. If y'all haven't liked the video already, like the video on the way out. I definitely would appreciate it. And, if not, I agree. I understand as well. But y'all have a good day. I love you guys. Let's always try to put love out there. And I realized that when I watched my first video ever on here, I close with the same statement that I always close with. I love you guys. It's not important that I love you. It's more important that you love yourself, love someone else, you respect yourself, and you definitely respect someone else. Y'all have a great day. I will see you guys in a couple of hours. Love y'all. Till next time. Peace, y'all. It's your boy Fujan. I'm out.